So hi guys, welcome to my channel. This is Gemini Jam, and I decided I was going to formally introduce myself and try to show my real, true, authentic self, which I wasn't going to do, but then I was like, well, yeah, I am. So, welcome to the channel, y'all. Thank you for all the subscribers. Thank you to everybody that enjoys the content. So, some few things we're going to discuss. So, like I said, my name is Gemini Jim. As the name implies, I am truly a Gemini. I'm an old school Gemini. So, yeah, sometimes I'm waking up and it's all sunshine and rainbows. However, I really embrace my Kendrick Lamar. So sometimes I will wake up and choose violence. Everyone has their opinions. Everyone can write whatever they want to. Y'all, YouTube loves drama. So the more comments, the more traction to my channel. But however, we are going to discuss some few things. Y'all, I've met or been introduced to some great people that live in Florida. However, Florida, I am very sorry that y'all are true BOGO. So I kind of went down a rabbit hole of trying to figure out why. So all of this is alleged, but it seems as though it was a truth in advertising law in Florida and something about not having sales tax. Like once again, like I said, all alleged. But the truth in advertising, I guess it was saying if it says buy one get one free, one truly has to be free. However, it seems as though that law is not in effect anymore, but it seems as though Publix says that the customers are accustomed to that in Florida. So it seems like it's not a law for Florida anymore. So I take back what I said in the comment that said it wasn't on Publix. Publix probably could change it. Now, I did see something that's, I believe they're talking about other states, and they said a community public relations person named Reed, last name Reid, said, we began advertising BOGO differently in these market areas due to the state tax laws, which I assume would mean other states because we have tax on food. He says since then, the laws no longer apply. However, we elected to leave the BOGO pricing in effect in these areas because our customers have grown accustomed to the way the prices were established. So, do with that what you will. Hey. So, like I said, I know that the more the channel grows, the more people you'll see. I know it's going to be more people just coming on channels just to be rude or whatever, but it's okay. I can be on my Real Housewives of Atlanta snark and be real cutesy with it, or like I said, I can pick violence like Kendrick Lamar. So before we get into this next preview, I want to just say to a couple of people that left. Well, I'm gonna just do one comment from someone. So they say, because we're not gonna say their name, because why? They said BOGO. I'm going to read it exactly as they left the comment. They say BOGO is a scam where I can buy the same items for a lot cheaper. That is why I don't shop at Publix or Winn-Dixie. I was raised in a meat market. My dad would do a sale where if he sold the item for $1.99 one week, it sold for the same price and get another free or lesser value. That is a deal. You cannot fool me. So I chose this comment because I think all stores are a scam, but we have to do what we got to do. They say they were raised in a meat market. I mean, okay. And And I'm also thinking in the meat market, you probably can't get laundry detergent or fruit. And they say, you cannot fool me. I'm not trying to fool anybody. All I'm doing is showing what Publix is advertising, what the sales are going to be. I don't work for Publix. I just thought it would be a cute and fun idea, y'all. I started with CVS and Walgreens. I did a couple of Targets. I don't shop at Target anymore. I don't go to Target videos, but if y'all want to keep leaving snarky comments, that's fine because it helps the algorithm. But we're also going to go ahead and we're going to shout out a couple of people because we really are mostly positive over here. But we have Coupon Q who says, I'm loving this. Thanks so much for the preview. This really helps me out. You are a precious gem. Thank you, Coupon Q. We also have, it just says 10206. Thank you for all your time and effort on this sneak peek upcoming sale. I enjoy your content and it really helps me plan my shopping trip to save money. Have a great day, Gemini Gem. I'm hoping you're having a great day too. Thank you so much. It is timely, but it's something that I wanted to do. So there's that. Then we also, I know also 197. Brenna always leaves great comments. Yo, we're not gonna forget Miss Corrine Nabusi. I know I'm butchering that. I'm so sorry, but she's been there with me from y'all's struggle CVS videos where I was getting up at 4 a.m. in the morning. And yeah, I quit a couple of times and she's there. So thank her so much. She leaves so many positive comments. And those are the people that I would love to see over here. But, we can handle it, y'all. We can handle it. Then also, y'all check out at Couponing with Charity, who is a content creator in Florida. So positive. Y'all, I ain't gonna be that positive all the time. Like I said, I'm a Gemini. It is what it is. So yeah, Couponing with Charity. She does her hauls on Thursdays. She's in Florida. Now, like I said, sometimes I will be real cutesy with my comments or, little sarcasm or whatever. But sometimes I really be wanting to tell y'all to, go touch Florida sand. But anyway, let's go ahead and jump into the Publix BOGO preview sneak peeks for the week of December 26th to January 1st of 2026. So, Happy New Year, people. Let's go ahead and jump into the deals. Bye! So, we're going to have the One in Love in You dog food, the 4-pound bag. At my store, it's $16.99. So, grabbing one would be $8.49. They're half price in any other state other than Florida. Next is going to be the Nature's Recipe, the 4-pound dog food is going to be $14.19 in my store. So grabbing one would be $7.09. Next we have these edible dog chews and little toys. I believe they say Nyla. They're the Nyla Bone edible dog chews. There are different prices and different little treats for your dog. But the cheapest I saw is $3.99, so you could grab that at $1.99 for the happy dog in your family. We're gonna have the hefty foam plates and the foam bowls are $4.79. So grabbing one would be $2.39. If we just don't feel like doing them dishes, grab some paper plates and them paper bowls and have at it. Next, the handy foil is gonna be the bacon pans of choice. I think the cheapest at my store was $4.29. So grabbing one would be $2.14 if you want to some of those. So So these are the handy foil, not the easy foil. Next, we have the sparkle paper towels, the 2 = 4. They are $4.29 in my store, so I can grab one at $2.14. Then we have these Sterilite storage containers, the bins. So I'm looking, and I saw the cheapest one was at what was the price? $3.49. But then when I was looking, it said with lids. So the cheapest I saw that had lids is $5.49. Grabbing one would be $2.74. So that's that. Then the next thing is gonna be our True Earth, uh, the strips, the laundry strips. They are $14.99. So grabbing one would be $7.49. Next, the Purex, the 57 ounce is gonna be $8.29. Grabbing one would be $4.14. And then we also have the Purex, the 35 count of the, what do they call them? They call them packs. So the Purex packs are going to be 35 count, $7.89. So it would be $3.94 for one. And we can stock up on some laundry. Then let's head over to the Haagen-Dazs. The 28 ounce ice cream is $9.19. So grabbing one would be $4.59 if you want to just grab one. Our Sara Lee pound cake, the 10 ounces, the cheapest one, they're going to be on sale again. So it's $4.89. So grabbing one would be $2.44. Then we have the Country Crock plant butter sticks at my store is $5.79. So grabbing one would be $2.89. Then we have the garlic spread is $5.49. So grabbing one would be $2.74. Then the Plugra butter, I think it's Plugra, but it's $4.49. So grabbing one would be $2.24. Then we have the Monterey taquitos, and the taquitos and the quesadillas are $9.49. So grabbing one would be $4.74. Then we're gonna head over to, I believe you pronounce it BOGO, but the mini wontons are $8.89. Grabbing one would be $4.44. Also, the dumplings are going to be $4.19. So grabbing one would be $2.09. Next, for our appetizers is the Tasties appetizers. I did get some of these before. I wasn't really that impressed with them, but they will be $6.99. Grabbing one would be $3.49. I actually got the mozzarella bites. Next, the Uno Stromboli. These are going to be $5.79. Grabbing one would be $2.89. Different varieties of Strombolis. That looked like something I try. And then the next thing is going to be the Totino's pizza rolls. The 50 count, that's going to be $5.99. So grabbing one would be $2.99. As y'all know, I don't like those. The Red Baron pizza is going to be $4.99. Grabbing one would be $2.49 for the pizza. And also the Rayo's pizzas are going to be $11.79. So grabbing one would be $5.89. So those are going to be our pizzas of the week. Then the Michelangelo's entrees, the 9 ounce to 11 ounce is going to be, the 11 ounce is $4.69. Grabbing one would be $2.34. The Nature's Own honey wheat bread is going to be the cheapest of the Nature's Own, I believe. So one is $3.99. I mean, two are $3.99. One would be $1.99. Then we have the Arnold's bread. I believe the cheapest is $4.69. So grabbing one would be $2.34. for the bread. Next, I'm not sure if the smaller one's gonna be on sale, but these bigger ones, which are $10.79, so you can grab one at $5.39 if you want to grab some goldfish cheddar crackers. The Balian cookies are $5.99, so grabbing one would be $2.99 for those. Then we have the Golden Home Pizza Crust. They range from $6.49 to $6.99, or if you go half price, from $3.24 to $3.49 for those. Next, we're going to get into some liquids. The Eternal Water, the 1.5 liter, gonna be $2.49. Grabbing one would be $1.24. We have the Zevia 12 pack of these zero sugar sodas. The 12 packs, they're $11.49. So grabbing one would be $5.74. Next is going to be the Ba Bay Baya drinks, but they are $2.49. So grabbing one would be $1.24. And right under these are like the lemon perfect waters, I'm going to say. They are $1.99. So grabbing one would be 99¢. Next, we are going to go to the Coffee Mate. The 64 ounce is $8.59. So grabbing one would be $4.29 for those the 64 ounce. Then the 52 ounce of the Planet oat milk at my store is $3.69. So one would be $1.84. Then the Oikos 000 yogurts are $5.99. So grabbing one of the 4 packs would be $2.99. Then the Polio, the string cheese, and the Polio cheddar twist are $5.99. So grabbing one would be $2.99. Then the Hillshire Farm smoked sausage will be $5.99. Grabbing one would be $2.99. Then the Stallmeyer hot dogs, these cheap hot dogs, they are $1.59. So grabbing one would be 79¢. Then the Publix mussels, the 6 ounce box, they are $5.99. So grabbing one would be $2.99. Then we got the Rosini's meatballs again. They are $11.99 at my store. So grabbing one would be $5.99 if we want to do the meatballs again. The Hatfield pork loin is gonna be $9.49. So grabbing one would be $4.74. And then we have the Publix lean, the boneless pork loins, the boneless chops, and the boneless whole center cut. They're gonna be buy one get one, all different prices, but they're gonna be buy one get one. So y'all know I'm gonna try to find the cheapest one, and that's gonna do that. Stock up on that. I got plenty of chicken. We're gonna have these Reese's Main Street Bistro sides again. They are $6.19. So grabbing one would be $3.09. And I'm seeing that they're gonna be on sale again, but these little individual ones are included in that buy one get one. They also are $6.19. And remember, we do have those printables. Now the Florida's Natural Premium Lemon and limeade, as well as the Fruit Splash, they are $3.59. So you can grab one at $1.79. Then we have the salads we're gonna have are gonna be the Fresh Attitude salads, the 5 ounce. They at my store the cheapest is $3.99. So grabbing one would be $1.99. And then the Panera Bread, the dressings, the 12 ounce dressings are $4.49. So grabbing one would be $2.24. That Fiji apple looks very good. Then the La Mexicana salsa So they range from $4.49 to $4.99 in my store. So if you grab one, it will range between $2.24 and $2.49. Then the Marzetti veggie dip is $4.49. Grabbing one would be $2.24. Then we have the Good Foods guacamole. I see the chunky guacamole is $4.99, so grabbing one is $2.49, and this avocado mash probably will be included. And then the red dragon fruit and the other dragon fruit is going to be buy one get one, so they're $4.99. So grabbing one would be $2.49. Our apples of the week are the Greenwise Gala apples. They are $5.99, so grabbing one bag would be $2.99. Apples on sale every week. Then the King's Hawaiian pretzel bites are $7.99. Totally not worth it. These things are not good to me at all. Did y'all know I used to work at King's Hawaiian? But if you grab one, it'll be $3.99. The next is the Arm & Hammer toothpaste. We're going to have that on sale again. Hopefully we'll get the coupon, but they're $4.99. Grabbing one will be $2.49. The Everyman Jack body wash and all products would be buy one get one, but the cheapest I saw is the body wash at $8.89. So grabbing one would be $4.44. And if that's too rich for your blood, the Nivea men's body wash gonna be $5.49. Grabbing one at $2.74. Then the Pacific broth, the 32-ounce at my store, it's $4.79. So grabbing one, you can get it for $2.39. Then we got the Annie Chun's noodle bowls. They are $4.49. So grabbing one would be $2.24. We have all different varieties of these. Y'all, there's a lot of people in the store, so forgive all the shaking. The Campbell's Chunky Soup, they are $3.05. So grabbing one would be $1.52. Then the Campbell's Homestyle Soups are $2.99. Grabbing one at $1.49. And as always, they have a lot of different varieties of soup. You know, it's Campbell's. So we got everything, clam chowder included. Next, the Mount Olive Majestic Pickles are $5.49. So grabbing one would be $2.74. The Cholula hot sauce. Oh, y'all, I was showing that I was getting some pickles. Y'all know I'm obsessed with pickles. But the Cholula hot sauce, the 5-ounce are going to be $3.99. So grabbing one will be $1.99, and that is for the 5-ounce. The stevia and the raw, the 50 count, they are $3.99. So grabbing one will be $1.99. Then the Sweet and Low 100 pack, $2.69. So grabbing one would be $1.34. We have the Olive Garden croutons, the 5-ounce, they are $2.19. So you can grab one at $1.09. Then we have the Weber seasonings. They are $3.11 at my store. So grabbing one would be $1.55. Then we have this Double Daria Habanero Hot Hug seasoning. Yeah, I don't think I want to try that, but it is $4.99. Grabbing one would be $2.49. I like spicy stuff, but that sounds like a lot. Then the camellia, the black eyed peas, the lentils, they're gonna be $2.99. So grabbing one would be $1.49. Gotta grab some black eyed peas for my good luck New Year's Eve meal. Do y'all do that? Then we have the green giant vegetables. They're gonna be $1.79. Grabbing one at 89 cents. Y'all know you gotta have something green, something gold, some pork, and something else I forgot. Then we have the Margaret Holmes veggies. They are $1.99. So grabbing one would be 99 cents. Then we also have the glory vegetables, which are also $1.90. Well, the cheapest is $1.99. So you can grab one at 99 cents. So yeah, we're getting ready for that New Year's Eve meal. The Mueller's pastas are 169. So grabbing one would be 84 cents for that's gonna be our pasta for the week. Our pasta sauce is gonna be Prego, which is $2.79. So you can grab one at $1.39. And then the last thing that I have on for you guys is the Filippo Barrio Pestos, the 6.7 ounce jar. They're $3.49. So you grab one at $1.74. So I'll be sure to see you guys in the next video. And if you like the video, go ahead and like the video. Be sure to leave a comment saying what your favorite deal is. And if you haven't subscribed, you must not be trying to save. Bye.